Hello, I am on a video roll, aren't I? Today my children came over and my ex-husband, and it was New Year's Day, so we kind of had a brunch, and I made a French toast casserole, and that's what all this is for. This is actually New Year's Eve. I think I've made 3 videos today, and I got all 3 uploading right now, so I'm going to upload this tomorrow. Now, you know, I don't really like to stand over the stove and flip French toast, because you got to flip at least 2 pieces for each person, and then you either got to keep it warm in the oven or you don't eat together. So what I decided to do is to make a French toast casserole. This is my recipe. Actually, it's a little, well, there's a couple things that are a little bit different, but I'll explain those. And this is basically all you're going to need. I don't think I forgot anything except nutmeg. And my nutmeg, I have a whole jar of them, little balls of nutmeg, and I can't find them. They grew legs and walked away. So, we will compromise and deal with that later. So, what you're going to need is at least 1 of these big loaves of bread. I'm going to use about 1.5. And I'm going to cube them and just sit them in a casserole pot or dish. And the staler the better. This one's a little bit stale. This one isn't so much, but I'll leave this out for a little bit to get dry up before I get everything put together. I have sausage, and this is the Tennessee Pride Mild. I was looking. This is one of the things that is not exactly as my recipe would be. I like maple sausage in this casserole, but I couldn't find it, so I'm going with mild from Tennessee Pride. I have 2 apples, a lemon, stick of butter, 18 eggs, which I'm going to use 12 of, some milk, cinnamon, cloves, vanilla. I have some glazed pecans, and some half and half. You're going to need 3 cups, and then use the rest in your coffee or however you want to do it. My child actually loves half and half. So, whenever you start a recipe, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have everything. Again, I don't know where the nutmeg is, but I've looked, and I'm not looking no more. The first thing you need to do is cube up your bread and fry up your sausage. You just want crumbled, and you want to drain it. So I'm going to get those 2 things ready. I'll be right back, and we'll get on with this recipe. This does have to sit in the refrigerator at least 24 hours. That's why it's being made on New Year's Eve, and I'll be cooking it tomorrow. Okay, now I have chopped up the bread. Actually, I buttered a casserole dish, chopped up the bread. I diced up the apples. I have 2 apples that I'm putting into it. I fried up the sausage, and I mixed up the custard. The custard, I changed my mind. I was going to do, for the custard, 2 cups, half and half, and 1 cup milk. But I didn't want to do that. I switched it up. I'm sorry. I'm just using 3 cups, half and half, a cup of syrup, some cinnamon, some vanilla, and whisk it all up, and that is your custard. Now, I'm going to add the sausage and the apple, and also some of these pecans, and then pour the custard over it. I'll be right back with you. Okay, the sausage is on. This is going to feed an army. Now we'll add the apples. You just want to spread them over the top. You don't mix this up. Oops, there goes some on the floor. I don't think the kitty cats will like apple, though. Never know. Gabby eats pretty much whatever I eat. You just kind of pack it in. Mix it up. Another one on the floor. My husband's great. He sweeps up for me, so I don't have to really worry about that. He'll come in and get them up for me. Okay. Apples are on. Now I'm just going to dump some of these pecans right over the top. These are just pecan bites, and they're glazed. Super good. Kind of spread them around. I'm doing this one-handed. I'm sorry, you guys, that I never bring the tripod out. I need to bring it out more often. It'd be so much easier than me trying to do this with one hand. Okay. And then I'm just going to take the custard, which is quite heavy. Hopefully I can do this. I'm going to switch hands to my better hand. And You're just going to pour that right on top. Here we go. Slow and easy. It's going to soak all into that bread. Ran a little over. I'll clean that up. Here it is. I did kind of mix up the bread just a little bit because I like the look of the bread peeking out a little bit. So I did mix it up just a little bit. All I'm going to do is cover this and cover it with aluminum foil, put it in the refrigerator overnight. Then about an hour before the kids get here, I am going to pop it in at 375-degree oven, cook it for about an hour, or bake it for about an hour until it's puffy and browned. I'm going to serve it up with just some regular syrup. You could use maple, but I'm sorry, I keep my maple syrup put up for much special meals. I know, you know, it's really expensive, so my kids don't matter. My kids don't care. We go with a log cabin or whatever we have in the house. So this is going in the refrigerator, and right before I cook it or bake it, I'm going to dot it with some butter so it gets nice and brown and serve it up to the kids. I'll show you tomorrow what that looks like. Hope you guys have a very safe New Year. It is New Year's Eve here. It is actually 7 p.m. on the dot, and it's time to cook dinner. No video coming for that, though. Bye-bye. Have a great night, and be safe. Okay, good morning. I have had my casserole in the refrigerator all night. This is what it looks like. And it's going into a 375-degree oven for about an hour. I will be back when it's done.